Alright, so I don't watch a ton of anime. Like, I'm not one of those people who's caught up on every seasonal drop, you know, the people who watch everything and then rate it on my anime list the second it airs. That's not really me. I usually just wait until people won't shut up about something and then I check it out. But for Dusk Beyond the End of the World, I saw the word sci-fi and romance and I was like, okay, I'm instantly in. The combo doesn't seem to come around often, especially in anime where so much of it's just giant spectacle and insane plots and powers and all this stuff, which is totally cool, but it doesn't always hit for me. So I went in this totally blind, watched episode 0, and I definitely teared up. Like, well, it's typical for me to like tear up in a good romance anime. This one felt special, different. I think I figured out why it hit me, but I'll get to that later. And just so we're clear, this isn't like a formal review or a recap or anything. This is just my thoughts, why it worked for me, and maybe why you'll enjoy it as well. So going in, I knew nothing, and that was kind of the best way, honestly. Obviously it's an original anime. There's no manga, no novel or anything to spoil yourself with. So all I knew was the title and the cover. But I quickly realized that this was an interesting show for me. It felt current in a weird way. Like it felt like it was set in 2025 today, where AI is everywhere, shaping everything seemingly, and it's kind of overwhelming. So that part immediately clicked with me because that's basically what it feels like right now. It's inescapable. So the world in the show doesn't feel like a distant sci-fi. It felt like Tuesday, like depressingly accurate. That was my first little like, okay, I'm in on this. It felt interesting. But where I really got hooked was the romance. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was cute. At first, I thought it might be like weird kind of fan servicey thing where he started, you know, dreaming or talking in his sleep about his stepsister. But it honestly wasn't anything like what I expected, and I thought the story was really cute. So Akira and Toasa, at first I was like, oh no, this is gonna be one of those, are they siblings, step siblings, foster siblings? What kind of situation is this? His anime definitely does that sometimes. But honestly, yeah, like I said, it felt genuine. It felt a little bit different than other romance anime I've seen. It actually felt kind of sweet. Their relationship came across as genuine and not creepy, to be honest. And then we got to the confession scene. Oh my gosh. The way Akira just blurts it out, like not smooth at all, not planned, it actually just slips out. And you're just sitting there like, bro, what did you just say? But it was so relatable in the same vein, like, because that's just how it happens sometimes. And then Toasa, the way she pauses, then admits she feels the same, that moment floored me actually. I definitely teared up then. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't like fireworks, it wasn't swelling strings with the camera spinning around them, it was just honest. That's why I loved it. It felt grounded, two people fumbling into saying what they already knew, and those are the moments that sneak past your defenses. And then geez, the whiplash, the ending twist. Suddenly there's ruins, confusion, time jump vibes, and I'll be honest, I don't fully understand what happened. I don't know that anyone does. After episode 0, like, did Akira die? Did Toasa survive? Did she like revive him with the AI tech or like the AP stuff she was talking about? Is he an artificial soul now? Did she stick him in a chip like an SSD boyfriend? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's fine because the point isn't for us to like know every plot detail yet, obviously. The point is the sci-fi frame makes their love story that much more interesting. It's not just boy confesses to girl. It's boy finds love and then wakes up in a world where everything's gone and maybe the only thing left is that connection. That's pretty compelling. So even though I don't get it yet, I'm definitely in. So I was thinking about why it resonated with me after I watched it, and I think I kind of know why that it hit me so personally. And I'm not trying to make this like about me, but like just for context, I'm 27, single male. Haven't been in a relationship in years, probably because the last one ended in heartbreak for me. You get the picture, right? So when I saw Akira stumble through his feelings, awkwardly confess, and actually have love come back to him, that actually hit me like a lot harder than I expected, because it's a reminder, sometimes even if you're awkward, even if you blurt it out wrong, it can still work. Someone can still love you back. And that's not me saying like this anime healed me or anything, but it nudged something. Like maybe I shouldn't be so content just sitting here kind of avoiding it all. Maybe happy endings do happen, but you've got to put yourself out there first. That's probably why I teared up. It wasn't just the characters, it was, yeah, I guess I saw myself in it a little bit. Now for context, anime doesn't always do this to me. I tried One Piece, I got like 175 episodes in, and yeah, I enjoyed it, but I never felt gripped. I was kind of forcing myself to watch episode after episode. Maybe that's just because I didn't watch it in the right environment and time in my life, and maybe one day it will grip me. But some stuff that has gripped me, Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, and especially when thinking about this anime, I was reminded of Your Lie in April. Like, that one broke me in the best possible way, I guess. I was angry at the end, of course, but I definitely cried several times, and it stuck with me because, I mean, it was just like such a compelling story, and maybe the fact that I was angry at the end is why, like, it stuck with me. I don't know. But Dusk Beyond the End of the World feels closer to Your Lie in April than anything else I've seen. Not in story exactly, but in how grounded and emotional it feels. Two strong characters, a compelling love story, and then this backdrop, sci-fi in this case, that makes it even more compelling. I feel like that's rare, that's special. So yeah, the pacing was great, the characters look amazing. I was hooked the whole 24 minutes. And now I'm just sad I don't have an entire season backlog to binge, but I will definitely be tuning in for the next episode, and maybe that's better, because it makes me excited. I genuinely don't know where it's going. Maybe it'll lean harder into the romance, maybe it'll go full on sci-fi, hopefully both. I can't predict it, and honestly, I don't even want to. I just want to see what happens. All I know is this, it made me feel something real, and that's rare. And I don't think I've given enough credit to the actual date scenes themselves, which honestly were some of my favorite parts of the episode. Like, you've got Akira and Toasa going out, zoo, movies, spa. On paper, it's simple, almost cliche, but the way it's done here feels so sincere. It's not about big dramatic moments, it's about the small, everyday joys. Watching them have fun together, being awkward, and trying to figure out what this new closeness actually means is awesome. And then at the end of the date, man, when she asked him to take a walk, I was so relieved. I had thought from the beginning of the story she might always consider him as like a little brother, even though he felt differently, so I was so happy that that the show gave us that. And they just kind of stumble into each other into this little awkward embrace at the end, like, and then finally both of them give the words "I love you." That's the moment I cried. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't some over-the-top spectacle, it was just two people letting themselves be vulnerable, and it got me. The pace of this first episode is wild in the best way. They didn't waste time dragging things out. In just one episode we went from setup to date to confession to twist ending. That's fast, and it makes me think that the rest of the series might move quickly too. Maybe that's risky. Some shows lose steam when they sprint out at the gate, but here it worked, I think. The quick development between Akira and Toasa didn't feel rushed, it felt earned. And then the ending, the ruins, the mystery. We don't know what happened or where it's going next, but the combination of grounded romance and this looming sci-fi backdrop, that's exciting to me. It feels like anything could happen. So yeah, for me, Dusk Beyond the End of the World wasn't just another anime premiere, it was a reminder of why I watch stories like this in the first place. For those little sparks of connection, the awkward honesty, the moments that make you tear up because you recognize something true in them. Episode 0 gave me all of that, plus the promise of a much bigger world waiting to unfold, and I'm excited to see where it goes.